Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. I am very excited today because I have an old friend, and I think we just discovered that, how long have we known each other? 36, 40 something years? I don't know, a long time. Since 1988.
1988.
Right. And he's a former Rotarian, and he's also the former Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural office here in Miami.
Yeah.
And he belonged to our Rotary Club for a while, and you were here, then you went back. And anyway, so this is Philip Wang. And thank you so much for coming today.
Oh, it's my great pleasure.
And we're going to talk about a big event that's coming up in Taipei. But before that, we have to thank our sponsor, South Florida PBS. Everybody knows that they sponsor our show every week. And if you haven't gone to the Da Vinci Immersive Art Experience, it's one you won't want to miss in Boynton Beach. It's an hour and a half drive or something from here, but it's an amazing experience and one that's running through April. So if you're a member, and you should be if you're not, you get a magazine once a month, tells you everything that's happening, and they have some great shows coming up now. So let's get started, Philip. I don't even know where to start because we go back so long ago. But you've been all over representing Taiwan, wherever you...
Several locations.
What? How many years?
Total my career service was 38 years. 38 I retired from it almost 7 years ago.
Yeah, and now you're working with the
Taipei Computer Association.
Yes. And so let's talk about that first, because we have the smart city
Summit and Expo.
So it's a global summit.
It is,
and you're getting people from every continent, it seems like, and you're recruiting like mayors and governors and those people that need to know what's happening in the future, right?
Exactly.
In technology and whatever.
Yes.
So that's going to be an exciting time for you.
I learned a lot from it. Yeah.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long does it take to put this together? You start from one to the other because you do this every year?
3 years now.
Oh, it's just the third one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
because I was unemployed, so Taipei Computer Association, grant me this great opportunities.
You. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you joke that your wife's happy to have you out of the house.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, she's very happy about that. Last night I was with Mrs. Carmen Lewis of Miami-Dade.
Okay. Yeah.
She vividly remember I told her story when my wife and I celebrate our 30th anniversary. I asked her, I say, Millie, will you remarry me in our next life? And she hesitated for 20 seconds. I was so nervous. And then she said, well, under one condition, yes. I said, what will be the condition? She said, you be the wife.
Smart lady.
Yeah.
She knows. It's easier to be out there. Than doing all your bidding, because you have to entertain a lot in your position previously. Yeah. So
a lot of time I make fun of myself.
You make fun of yourself all the time, and it's very endearing. So let's talk about the conference.
Yes.
How many people do you expect to attend?
This year, I think more than, including local people, we expect to have more than 150,000. And for overseas visitors, Taipei Computer Association has already reserved 3,000 rooms. Contracted with about 15 hotels.
Oh, wow.
And we expect to have people from about 60 countries, maybe more than 120 or 150 city representatives from around the world.
That's pretty impressive because, I've been to, I think last Rotary convention we had, there was like 50,000. I thought that was a lot.
Yes.
But whoa.
Taiwan is very famous for holding international conventions, and especially Taipei Computer Association is one of the largest business association, consists of more than 4,000 corporate members, and all of them high-tech companies.
Right.
And with our 600 full-time employee inside the association, we have spared no efforts in promoting Taiwan's information and telecommunication industries within and without.
Yeah. And we were talking a little earlier about what the U.S. has learned from Taiwan has learned from us, and vice versa.
Oh yes.
And tell me a little bit about that, because I know
Miami.
you love that stuff.
Just for Miami. I was so lucky in the middle 1980s. I escorted several mayors from Taiwan, visited Miami, visited Dade County. We actually copied Metro Rail and the Metro Mover system, which is one we call the medium capacity mover. One is a small capacity mover.
Oh, one's a people mover, and the other one is the
because
the Metro Rail.
Your Metro Mover is inside the downtown with much smaller one, and the longer one, for the Metro Rail. And Taiwan exactly copied yours.
No way.
But now, after we copied that, we made it even better. Now Taipei's metro system every day move 2 million people.
2 million.
And also assisted by our bus. And each bus, we have an app. You can know how many minutes later you should go to your bus stop. So you don't need to be, Taipei is subtropical weather. It's hot and humid, and you don't need to wait outside. And also, we have one of the best bike sharing system in Taiwan. We call it U-Bike. And Taipei,
bike sharing.
Bike sharing. And Taipei City Mayor, Mayor Wang recently reinstated the first 30 minutes free bike sharing. So with that MRT system, bus system, and bicycle, make our life in Taipei so easier. And for the past years, Taiwan, in the process of its economic development, we developed many we called industrial clusters. Just for example, like a Giant, this is they make a lot of bicycles export to the world. Right. They have a very good supply system, and in that ecosystem, we call it industrial cluster. It's like they have a main factory and have tens of satellite companies, suppliers of their parts surrounding them.
Right.
And then when they manufacture that bicycle, they not only export, they also cooperate, contracted with local government. So government every local government, in order to improve local transportation, and they subsidize from their city budget. And also by that, like just in Taipei now, now I'm a senior citizen. I go back to Taipei. I get a certain allowance for taking the bus, taking the MRT, and using the bike for first 30 minutes. It's last mile. You just use that bike. So convenient. And
so when you use the bike, you drop it off in another place, and then you turn it back in or whatever.
Yes. And you mentioned a very, very good point. Why I say U-Bike is so good, and you can check all YouTube's clippings about Taiwan's U-Bike. So convenient and so tidily arranged.
Right.
In array, and you can see that. And unlike in United States, now I live in Metro Washington D.C. area, one or two companies are doing very well, but a lot of the time you see those rented bike thrown away. Yeah. But in Taiwan, it's very tidily, returned and pick it up. Yes.
Yeah.
And so, with that kind of infrastructure, and that would be part of the topic of the smart city, because we are seeing more people living in the urban area and our existing system.
Yeah.
How are we going to cope with the challenges to come for more crowded urban area?
Exactly.
And also old infrastructure, the maintenance of it, and how we can make our city smarter for the coming decades.
Exactly.
And it is the topic we're talking about.
So that's why it's so important for, I know you're looking to get people that import city leaders, that kind of stuff there.
Yes.
And that's why it's so important, because the information they receive there is going to be invaluable.
Yes.
For future planning.
Yes, I think our Expo is the largest in the world because the foundation of our Summit and Expo is we are supported by more than 4,000 members, and
that's amazing.
And we are solution oriented. We try to solve the problems of cities. So, like other than world famously known that Taiwan is IC semiconductor. It's a main supplier of that, and we also are very good in industrial computers. So our talented people in the factories, they integrate all different systems together. So it's kind of one-stop shopping. You solve all the problems. Yeah. And this is what we have been endeavoring in trying to promote.
It sounds like it's going to be an exciting conference.
It is. I myself, I learned a lot from it.
I bet.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
And just like last year when I was escorting the Montgomery County's executive of Maryland to see a company, they make they print color print things. It can be marble, can be brick, can be anything, can be your portrait on the photovoltaic, and use that photovoltaic panel, the solar panel, not on the rooftop, not occupying the field, but on the facade of building. So just imagine if this building, all this are colorful photovoltaic, it can generate powers for what your building needs. And we are also developing the film you put on the glass of facade to generate electricity.
So any of these glass buildings could have that photovoltaic, whatever.
Yes, it's being developed.
Yeah.
And we just in Taiwan, the ministry.
Look at back of you. Look at all these. The potential there.
Just imagine. Those are the same color like this.
You can't. You know what? We can't see. They can't see it from from here. But well, we know downtown we have all these beautiful buildings that are.
And so sometimes the
glass,
too dark color put on the roof, it's not that pretty. But if you just print something there and generate electricity.
That's amazing.
So it's in that program we promote green energy, and also we try to promote the ESG ideas, and we also try to achieve net zero. Because this is what we need, the whole globe need, and while we are facing the problems of global warming and all sorted problems. But we hope use Taiwan's ICT technology, we can help to solve that. And NVIDIA or AMD or Taiwan Semiconductor, all those CEOs have some relations with Taiwan. And NVIDIA's Mr. Jason Wang is actually this time in Taiwan visiting because he tried to establish his overseas headquarters in Taipei City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell me about him, because most people don't know who you're talking about.
He was born in Taiwan, and
his name again?
Jason Huang.
Jason Huang.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he studied in Thailand for a while, and then his parents emigrated to the United States, and he was educated in the United States, and he founded NVIDIA.
NVIDIA, yeah, right.
And it's so important in AI development. And,
Yeah.
and Taiwan, in Taiwan, every people is talking about AI now.
Everybody's talking about it already.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, yeah, from people into law to yeah,
yes.
no, that's another one.
I'm very
And
much,
journalism, yeah.
I'm very much benefited from using AI. I use
bet.
ChatGPT and Copilot all the time. You know, when I write English letters, I always send it to it to modify for me.
To modify
Yeah.
it, yeah. After a while, I really don't use it because I write columns, but I don't use it at all for that. But every once in a while, I'll play with it. I had it write a poem once that was turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it can write songs and it can do a lot of things for you.
So, but you really, if you have it write a column for you or something, you really can't take credit for that. So
but I teach my grandchildren. They can just tell the Copilot, draw a happy family of a chipmunk family with father, mother, 3 children, and you give the description in the prompt, and they draw very cute pictures for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I haven't tried that.
Yeah, you try that.
No.
It's very good.
Michael and Grant, who own community newspapers, Michael was playing, especially, when we first started talking about it, he was playing with a lot.
Yeah.
So he got us all to do things, but he would have it write articles and then do the prompts to make it a better article, article. But after a while, I go, I'm sorry, I can tell. After a while, you can tell it's AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's almost too good.
Yeah.
Or it's like too professional, and they repeat certain words.
Exactly.
So after a while, you go, yeah, what? Busted.
What the people mostly impressed is like last year, we visited the data center of Taipei city government. They have huge screens surrounding you, and the main one has the picture of instant traffic condition of Taipei.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they use the LiDAR radar. Okay,
cool.
It's kind of people use Google Map when you drive, but it's even more complicated than that, and it has historical data recorded, and through the big data calculation, and they will warn the related district officers, police, about the situation, and also like recently the newly developed Neihu Nangang Science Park area is so highly congested during that time. So now they use spatial bus to transport people during that peak hour to make the transportation much smoother.
Interesting.
So I think, we learn a lot from Miami, as I mentioned, about metro system. I think now it's a time to feedback.
Exactly. Say, hey, okay.
So that is
we took what you gave us, and now we made it better. So now, you want to make it better? We can make it better.
And we help each other, and that is why I come down this time to invite as many mayors and journalists as possible to visit Taiwan.
Yeah. So, well, I hope you get a lot of our mayors to go.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
And,
you have to let me know.
I have my deep love with Miami.
I know.
I was telling friends earlier, even I stationed in Miami twice. 1988, I was first arrived member of team to open our new consulate in unofficially official consulate in Coral Gables. And then I was transferred back to Taiwan. Ministry of Foreign Affairs loaned me to Taiwan provincial government. And on August 26, 1992, unexpectedly, we arrived in Miami. It was actually arranged arriving at Tallahassee to sign sister
cities relationship
between Taiwan province and the state of Florida, between Governor Lian Zhan and Governor Charles.
That was a long time ago.
Unexpectedly, when we arrived at Tallahassee, Lieutenant Governor told us governor has to escort President Bush down to home state to check the Hurricane Andrew's damage. So we will offer to
92.
use U.S. Marshals special flight coming down to Miami. So Governor Liam and Governor Charles signed the agreement, and we flew back. And at that time, Miami was under curfew. And the flight coming down to transport the water supply and also evacuate the damaged federal pen prisoners.
Oh, that's right, the federal prisoners. Yeah.
And so I have so close tie with Miami.
I know. Yeah, and it was so nice that we had you. Well, we had you twice.
Oh yeah.
For our Rotary, but when you were here, you were also in our Rotary Club. So we missed you when you retired. Was it when you finally retired, or did you?
I retired from diplomatic service more than 6 years ago. Yeah. And
now you're just at loose ends, so you took another job.
That's a part-time job offer, my wife is very happy. Friends find a thing for me to do, because now I'm a dependent to a full-time employee, and she is a full-time employee without pay, and her job is taking care of grandchildren,
which is the best.
She's very well liked. My two sons now one live in Potomac, Maryland, one live in Irvine, Metro Los Angeles area, and both sides grandchildren fighting to getting her, but they never tried that effort to try to get me.
Nobody tried to get you. So she goes, you can do whatever you want. Nobody wants you.
I have to look at the brighter side of it.
So did you tell me that there's in Montgomery County in Maryland? Now, do you live near there?
I live in there now.
You live in Montgomery?
My first son lived there, so my wife has to take care of the grandkids.
So it's a really nice area.
Yes.
You found a nice place to
actually,
land.
The Montgomery County executive, I think he's going to Taiwan again, third time visit. So you can tell. He has a very positive attitude, Mr. Mark Elrich. He said, I want to show my sincerity to people in Taiwan. We really want to cooperate with you and attract your investment to our county. And after his past two visits, he already attracted several companies, established branch office in their incubator centers.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So it's just like, the reason why I hope that many more mayors can come to attend this program is that, I don't know whether you're aware, we already have more than 10 companies invest in Metro Miami area, and many based in
there's some in Doral, I know. I remembered, I remember their computer companies and stuff.
Yeah. And we have so many things we can cooperate, since this is the hub of Americas.
Yeah. So if anybody's watching that's in the, that works for the city, that had a position of power that can actually, do you have Beacon Council people coming? That would kind of make sense too.
Yeah. But every city government organization, they have their priorities, But one of my reasons coming down here is trying to sensitize friends about, we have this kind of great program there.
Well, who better to come down, because you're already pretty well known in this community. So I'm so happy. We have another show coming up, so we have to close this one out. But I thank you so much for coming. And
thank you.
The Smart Cities Summit and Expo coming up
in March
18th to 20th to 22nd in Taipei
and Kaohsiung.
So anybody interested in, and really city leaders need to think real hard and strong about attending this conference, because it's something that would give them invaluable information. So congratulations on this third expo. and
Thank you.
to making it such a success. And so thank you once again, South Florida PBS, for sponsoring our show today. And Philip, thank you so much for coming, and
Thank you.
have fun in Taipei.
Yes,
And good
I
luck.
will. I will.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Thank you.
Until next time, have a good one.